Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Brookings Harbor and all the fishing boats at sea. I'm Cousin Bruce Ellis.
And I'm Kat Liddell.
And this is the Insider Report.
So let your ears do the walking as we fill you in on what's going on in the Brookings Harbor area and beyond.
Well, hello, and welcome to this week's show that keeps you in the know. Hiya, Kat.
Hi, Bruce.
It's rainy season. Here we are. Yeah,
officially,
It feels like
Here
it's
we
here
go.
now.
Yeah. No, it feels like it's been arriving later and later, it feels like. And it's like, oh, yeah, this is what, like, winter and fall in Oregon used to feel like all the time.
Yeah, a little chilly, willy-nilly vanilla out there. Yeah. But the rain hitting hard, coming down hard, too.
It is, yeah.
I know. I'm liking the breaks, though, that we're getting in between. That's something, because I remember I've been here this month, 18 years I've lived here. This month. I just realized that. I was like, oh, hey, I got to keep adding that on.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, thank you.
go.
In April, it'll be, the paper's been around for 16. Yeah. So there we go. So boom.
Big milestones.
Yeah, that's very cool, very cool. But yeah. And I remember days where the rain, where it would just go months straight. I mean, what was it, last year? We had something like that where it went like, you just like, it won't stop.
Yeah, very,
No
very
breaks.
Noah's Ark in its, consistency. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say all the time. I go, and I'm going to start building an ark soon. Yes, indeed. But yeah, and then it's funny. It's here. We're all going, hey, man, I'm getting tired of the duck, being a duck and everything like that, in the water, and stuff. And then all of a sudden it's like summertime again. And then they're all, it's hot. Where's the rain at? So it's like, we are humans and we're fickle and crazy like that.
Can't please everybody.
Where you at? You can't please everybody. I've lived all over the United States and all kinds of different weathers, and everybody's the same everywhere.
Everybody hates whatever weather they're currly having.
It is. Exactly.
Yeah.
And they get tired of it after a while. So, and then they get tired of it. And it's like so funny. I mean, same way. That alien part doesn't, the human part comes out on that one.
Yeah.
But what'd you end up doing? Oh, yeah. It was opening week. How'd that go? I saw the Facebook things. How did that go?
Oh, my God. I'm so exhausted. No, it's great. It went so good. We had sold out houses on Friday and Sunday and almost sold out house on Saturday. And we've got pre-sales for next week. And Sylvia went incredible. We had a really great time. And the audience, it was great. Like, it's been a while since I've been in a comedy and in general. And then it's also been a while since I've been in a comedy where I made somebody laugh so hard, multiple people laugh so hard that they ended up having coughing fits.
Oh, perfect. Mission accomplished.
I know, right? And I was just like, I think we might need to pause for a second while they catch their breath.
That's wonderful.
It was good. Really great feedback on the show, and it's been a great show run so far. So yep, 3 more chances to see it. It's going to be the 15th through the 17th. So
coming up, we'll be talking about it in the show.
Yeah, and we'll be talking about it more.
Really,
so
it's
been going great. Doing great.
Like I said, I saw the Facebook pictures, and that was great. Okay.
Me being absolutely ridiculous. Oh yeah.
Yes, but
we're having a good
fun
time.
Just to let loose and be corny. It works. It works.
Why do you think I do this?
Oh man, that's the one thing I miss.
It's a great outlet.
And then the improv that you could slide in there and everything. It'd be brilliant once in a while. Yeah, that's it. So right on. Yeah, we just hung out this weekend. Yeah, just,
you and Junior.
Yeah, just
chilling
hung out this weekend, chilled out, and took it easy. And yeah, like I said, it's been weird. Every time I talk to people, I'm like, going, I don't know. I guess because we're working with the vendor thing now and getting all the. I took the paperwork in for next year's event.
Yeah,
we're going to have 2. We're adding 2 more on, as I was talking about. I think last week I mentioned it. We added 2 more events on. So it's going to be really fun and everything. But we starting now. I mean, working on getting all that done, and I'll be sending that out and getting the vendors all lined up and getting schedules for them and all that good stuff. So still on it, but it isn't doing the events, and that's the break. That's where the weekend is.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Dave on the guest, and I was telling him before the show, I said, hey, the one thing about it is I'm sitting there and I can get way caught up like I was working on the paper already, December issue. I mean, I got all my creature feature insider mysteries, all my articles are done.
Good.
Some promos are done, It's like I just put on a movie that I've already seen a million times and go to work, and it's fun. That's what I did this weekend.
Nice.
And watch my sports.
Very
and all that.
efficient.
And my Vikings and the Niners won, so I'm happy. That's all good. I mean, it was a good weekend for me overall.
Nice low-key week.
Yeah. And then NASCAR finished off, and it was cool who won, and at least my driver came in fourth, so that was groovy, and he was in the top, but it was the last race of the year and everything. So, So it's groovy. So we did that and had a good time, and it's Vets Day today we're taping on, so I want to thank all the vets out there. Thank you so much for your service and everything like that, and for protecting our country and Couldn't do it without you, that's for dang sure. Yeah, we'd be invaded in a minute if the rest of the world caught on that. We were just sitting here like sitting ducks, for crying out loud. Yeah, there we go. So, hey, well, that's it. I hope you all had a good weekend, got out and did something in the show and saw the show and all that. There was a lot of stuff going on.
There was so much going on, yeah.
I'm so glad that you had filled
I think that was the weekend where everyone tried to like make a thing of whatever day they were out for, too. I mean, there was the Mushroom Festival going on, the bazaars, the play happening. Yeah, it was like it felt like a small-scale Azalea Festival in November with how much stuff was happening.
Yeah, on that weekend. Yeah, absolutely.
Which was kind of cool. So, yeah, I thought actually like that so much was going on was a nice thing for us. We were a nice like wind down weekend, end of the day activity for a lot of folks. So
I think that's
great.
Cool. I bet people did marathon that day. I'll guarantee it in this town. We got
big old day of fun.
Get them all done. Yeah,
Right.
relax the rest of the week.
Oh yeah.
Hey, well, I hope you all got out there and had some fun, and we're going to get going here on with the Insider Report. Before we do, we'd like to thank the Oregon South Coast Fishermen, otherwise known as Castaways, Just the Jeweler, and Oregon Coast VIP Marketing for sponsoring the Insider Report. If you'd like to sponsor our show or another one of these fine shows we got here at KCIW, all you got to do is go to kciw.org, and you will be on your way. And speaking of them Oregon South Coast Fishermen, we got Dave Kuehn, our favorite guy. He's on board today with the Fishing Report. How you doing, Dave?
Good morning, Bruce. Good morning, Kat. I'll tell you, your energy in this room this morning is off the charts.
I got some sleep.
Holy.
I'm not doing events.
And Kat says she's tired. She doesn't seem tired at all to me.
I can fake it till I make it.
Good to be here. Fishing report. Well, let's see.
You were in Newport and you were jamming on it.
I had my road trip. That's true.
Right on. Good deal.
So I'm back with some fishing intel to tell my club members at our next club meeting, which I'll get out of the way right now.
Oh, yeah.
Our next club meeting is on November 20th. Yes, at the library, 5:30 p.m. So we have a lot of fun stuff that's going to happen at that. But as far as fishing report goes, I went bottom fishing 3 days ago. So I got outside and was able to get some lingcod and some rockfish. And then that's pretty much all that's open out in the ocean right now. But you have salmon in the rivers. Quite a few Chinook salmon are being caught in the Chetco. Some big ones, too, some 50-plus pounders.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that word's out there. We got some big fish. So the return's looking pretty good for our river system this year, which is exciting. And we'll find out. We'll have a good indication of how good when in December we begin that carcass scale sampling collection, where we float the river and look for dead salmon and take a few carcass for samples. And then we get an indication of how good the run is as far as 3-year-olds or 4-year-olds or 5-year-olds. So
amazing how that works.
It is quite the process. But there are exciting things coming up. December 1st is a big day as Dungeness crab season should open recreational for us, as long as we don't have any delays from that domoic acid poisoning. So hopefully December 1st, scheduled to open, recreation Dungeness crab. And steelhead in the Chetco River opens on December 1st. So that's another big exciting time. Steelhead fever goes December and January, February, all the way into March, where we can be catching our steelhead.
Now, are they able to catch, a few weeks back when you were here, you said they had to catch only on shore. Are they able to use the boats now and get out again, or how's that work up the river?
Let's see. When we talked last, I think we were talking about salmon fishing. You could only fish with bobbers. It was a bobber rule. And you could fish from a boat using a bobber, but a lot of people were fishing from shore. It tends to be what you do most often. But now you can fish with lures and plugs. Anything goes. There's a lot of drift boats that are on the river now fishing for salmon.
Cool.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah. Okay, great. Cool.
So that's coming up. And let's see, what else might we have? Oh, you can go out, even though Pacific halibut is closed, you can go out and get your petrale sole. So we're going to look at ways to target that because you can have up to 25 petrale per day. And they're very tasty.
Wow.
Yummy fish. So we'll try to get out and get some petrale. You probably hook a Pacific halibut. If you do, you have to let it go, though.
Right. Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
But anyway, that's what's happening in the fishing world.
Sweet.
As far as I can recollect.
Wow. Now you and Mary Lou got a dancing thing date today?
Yeah.
On vets, are they happening today?
Yeah, it's going to be line dancing at the Elks Lodge. Yeah. Right. Remember, we're not supposed to tell her I like it so much. I always say, I gotta go. She's making me go.
Yeah, right. You're dancing out of here when you leave, man.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a good time.
Thanks for coming on with the Fisher Report again. It's always a pleasure to have you on board with us. It's good. Everybody, good info too. So.
All right. Well, good to see you, Bruce and Kat.
Good to see you.
Till we meet again.
Yeah, and And if we don't see you, happy Thanksgiving.
And likewise.
All right.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Go have some fun.
All righty.
Give Mary Lou a big hug.
Okay, will do. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, here we go. That was fun. Always cool to have Dave on board giving us that report. Okay, so we might as well get into the meat and potatoes here, and let's hit some music schedule up. We got some stuff going on.
All right, so starting things off with Cisco playing on the 16th, 23rd, and 30th at the Brookings Harbor Farmers Market from 10 a.m. to 2. And then on the 27th, Cisco will be at the Chetco Activity Center playing from 11 a.m. to 1:30.
Yeah, and then the Mighty Steelheads on the 16th, they'll be at the Inn at Tech at 7 p.m., and on the 23rd, they'll be at Porta Pints, 7 p.m.
Yeah, and Black GTO is playing on the 15th at the Tortuga Bar and Grill from 6 to 8 p.m.
Yeah, and then the Inn at Tech, Friday music is 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., and on Saturdays it's 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. On the 14th, they've got the Armed for Apocalypse. On the 15th, it's Jeffrey Dean. On the 16th, it's Mighty Steelheads. On the 22nd, it's Bloodline. And on the 23rd, it's Tequilma.
And Mike Powell is playing on the 15th at Chetco Brewing Co. from 6 to 8 p.m. this month.
Yep, and then Bloodline will be playing on the 16th at the Oxen Free 8 p.m. And then on the 22nd, they'll be at the Innoteca 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
And then the Chetco Effect is going to be playing on the 15th at Misty Mountain Brewing from 6 to 8. 15th is a busy one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Misty Mountain Brewing, they've got a little lineup here. On the 15th, as they said, the Chetco Effect. On the 22nd, it's Lon Goddard. And on the 23rd, it's Two-Time Nelson. Music at Misty Mountain Brewing runs from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah, and then Lon Goddard has some events coming up. On the 14th, he's at the House of Jambalaya playing from 5 to 7. On the 16th, he'll be at Stage Light's benefit concert at the Grange. Music there starting at noon. On the 21st, he'll play at Brian Scott Gallery's Brown Bag event from 11:30 to 1:30. And on the 22nd, he'll be at Misty Mountain Brewing from 6 to 8.
Yeah, and Patty had something come up, so she had to cancel her gig, the 8th and 15th, but she does have one on the 16th. It'll be the Heat the Grange fundraiser happening, and she'll be playing from 1:50 to 2:30 p.m. There we go.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let's take a look at some events happening at the Chetco Library in Brookings. They're located at 405 Alder Street. For weekly events, on Tuesdays at 11 a.m., they've got story time, and that's stories, songs, and games for young children. And then starting on the 19th, they took a break due to the fall book sale. Their chair yoga class will resume at 1:30 p.m. on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays at 1:30, they have after-school activities. That includes homework help, a creation station, and snacks for older kids and tweens ages 10 and up. And then on Thursdays at 1:30, again, it's a chair yoga class resuming after the 19th due to the book sale. And at 4 p.m. on Thursdays, they have after-school activities, including homework help, STEM projects and games, and snacks for older kids and tweens ages 10 and up. And then they have a new weekly Saturday event. They have Saturday Shuffle featuring Magic, the Gathering, and more. You're invited to stop by the library every weekend for Saturday Shuffle, where players can bring their favorite deck and play Magic, the Gathering. Not a big Magic fan? No worries. Gamers of all kinds are also welcome to bring their other favorite card or board games from their own collections. They're also welcome to browse the library's game collection and find a crew to play with, and that happens from 1 to 3 p.m., again on Saturdays. And then for monthly and special events, on November 16th, that's a Saturday at 2 p.m., they have their afternoon indie films. The library is partnering with the Wild Rivers Film Festival to host free monthly indie film screenings. And this month, it's a special screening. They're screening the award-winning documentary Undivide Us, which examines toxic polarization in America and challenges the idea that citizens who disagree are not capable of civil conversation. A respectful community discussion facilitated by Jill Tavelde from Southwestern Oregon Community College is going to immediately follow the screening. And then on November 20th at 12 p.m., they have a free lifestyle medicine class, and the theme for this month is Our Fatal Attraction to Sugar. You're invited to join OSU Associate Professor Stephanie Polizzi for a free monthly community class on health, nutrition, and wellness. This month's class describes the dangers of added sugars in our diets and provides some good tips for reducing sugar intake, especially during the holiday season. And this series is presented in partnership with the OSU Extension Service. And then finally, on the 23rd of November at 1 p.m., they're going to have a family float fest. Float into an afternoon of parade fun where art, history, and engineering are destined to collide. The Macy's Parade turns 100 years old this year. You're invited to learn about the history of the first puppeteer of the Macy's Parade before designing, engineering, and parading your own miniature float. And for book clubs coming up at the library this month on November 13th at 4 o'clock, they have Kids Book Club. This is geared towards 2nd through 5th graders, and kids vote on and pick the books that they read each month. And then on the 21st of November at 5:30 p.m., they have their Pub Grub Book Club. This casual book club is for adult fans of graphic novels, and it takes place off-site at Misty Mountain Brewing in downtown Brookings, again at 5:30 p.m. And then just so folks are aware, on Thursday the 28th and Friday the 29th, they'll be closed to observe the Thanksgiving holiday. And if you have any other questions about library events and services, need more info, you can visit chetcolibrary.org and check out their full events calendar. You can follow them on Facebook for updates, or you can give them a call at 541-469-7738.
Woo! That is a lot. We have a very busy local
We've
library.
got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yes, very busy event planners over there at the library.
And you're part of it, so there you go.
Yeah. Well, hey, now it's time for Quotes from Famous People with Cousin Bruce.
Yeah, hey, here are a few quotes from astronomer educator Carl Sagan. He was born November 9th, 1934. He says, imagination will often carry us to worlds there never were, but without it, we go nowhere. He says, the brain is like a muscle. When it is in use, we feel very good. Understanding is joyous. He says, science is a way of thinking much more than it is a body of knowledge. And I like this one. He goes, we live in a society exquisitely dependent on science and technology, in which hardly anyone knows anything about science and technology. I hope you enjoyed this week's quotes from Carl Sagan with Cousin Bruce. Till next week, have a great one. Yeah, that last one, I had to throw that in there. That was like, I saw that, and I was like, I like that.
It's a good one.
That's funny.
All right. Well, more and more events coming your way this month, including Threepenny Theater Co. is presenting a comedy called Sylvia by A.R. Gurney. There's just 3 performances left on the 15th, 16th, and 17th of this month. And Sylvia is happening at the Brookings Event Center. That's 800 Chetco Avenue, Unit B. And that building is located across the street from Les Schwab Tire Center in downtown Brookings. So what's Sylvia about? Greg is a restless, empty nester, tired of his job in finance, looking for meaning in his life. Sylvia is an exuberant labradoodle astray in Central Park, looking for a new home. When they meet, it is love at first sight. But his wife, Kate, a busy rising star in the public school system, is looking forward to some independence now that the kids are gone. And she is less than thrilled by the clever and coquettish canine who slobbers, sits on her couch, and distracts Greg from their marriage. Sylvia exerts such a charismatic pull that Kate's friends are appalled, the marriage counselor advocates divorce, and even Greg's new dog owner friend warns him of the splintering effect a dog can have on the relationship between husband and wife. Will Greg have to make the ultimate sacrifice, or will Kate finally be able to see Sylvia not as a threat, but as a new member of her family? Find out in this smart, silly, sophisticated, and occasionally salty comedy about relationships, man's best friend, and growing older. They do have some suitability suggestion notes here. Sylvia contains adult language and some sexy jokes, so viewer discretion is advised. With that in mind, showtimes. They're Fridays and Saturdays at 7 p.m. Their Sunday matinees start at 2 p.m. and doors open 30 minutes before the start of each performance. And tickets are just $15 with discounts for seniors, students, and veterans. Tickets are available in advance at threepennytheater.com. And at the door on the day of performance, while supplies last, their shows have been selling out. For more information, you can call or text 541-251-0640, or you can send a message to contact@threepennytheater.com.
Yeah, go see Cat play a dog. There you go.
That's been, it's the Hallmark joke.
I'll guarantee it. It's going to go down in history on your,
Yeah. I'll put that one on my resume.
That's right. Hey, Curry Public Library is presenting the Legends of the Celtic Harp. This is happening on the 14th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. 3 premier Celtic harpers, Patrick Ball, Lisa Lynn, and Araya Frankfurter, have created a dramatic ensemble that takes the audience into the myths, magic, and fable history of this most captivating instrument. Enjoy the free performance going on at Curry Public Library in Gold Beach. This trio of Celtic harpers have toured extensively throughout the U.S. to sold-out audience and rave reviews. Legends of the Celtic Harp blends music and oration, falling somewhere between concert and theater. Audience will hear 3 Celtic harps, including the rare wire-strung Swedish nyckelharpa, the cittern, and the Irish bouzouki, and more intertwined with both moving and humorous stories from historic Journals, Myths, and Legends.
All right.
That sounds like fun. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they're a really cool group. They've played at the Chetco Library in past years, and they're going to be coming back for a different event in the spring. Okay. Yeah, they're really talented. Really, if you can make it up to Gold Beach, it's well worth checking it out. Yeah.
Educational and entertaining.
Isn't it great when that happens both at once?
If you're not careful, you might learn something.
Oh, yeah. All right. Hey, up at SWAC at the Curry campus, the Friends of Curry Campus Speaker Series is presenting a trip to Egypt. Southwestern Oregon Community College Curry campus is inviting the community to join them on Thursday, November 14th from noon to 1 p.m. for a trip to Egypt. This is a free program sponsored by the Friends of Curry campus. It's going to be held in the community room on Southwestern's Curry campus. That's at 96082 Lone Ranch Parkway, just off of Highway 101 north of Brookings. And they invite you to bring a friend and a brown bag lunch. The speaker, Louise Abbott, received a Fulbright Fellowship to teach for 1 semester at Bader University in Cairo in the School of Veterinary Medicine. That was from February until early May in 2023. Louise and her husband, Jim, traveled to Egypt in February of 2023. Louise taught veterinary anatomy and histology to second-year veterinary professional students at Bader University. Louise said the highlight of the experience was working with the students at Bader University. They were eager to learn, and our interactions were delightful. I also had wonderful faculty colleagues who were helpful, kind, and very knowledgeable. For more information about this program, you can contact the Curry campus at 541-813-1667.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Very cool. A little bit of Egypt. It's funny. She talks about the kids. They were knowledgeable and everything at the university, but it's like, but you were in Egypt. You know, I mean, I'm sure they got some pictures of the travelers through there.
How do you not take the opportunity when you're not working, like go see the sites? Yeah.
Oh, I guarantee it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, and Legends Arcade is having a steampunk weekend. This will be happening on the 15th through the 17th, featuring special guests including award-winning makers, artists, and celebrities from the show Steampunked.
Okay.
Even I've heard of that show. So there you go. Yeah.
All right, the Elk Valley Casino is presenting a comedy night with Yoshi Obayashi at the Betty Green Event Center. That's at the Elk Valley Casino on the 16th of November, and that show starts at 8 p.m. Tickets are on sale now in person at the Points Club booth or online in advance. They're also available on the day of the event. Doors will open at 7:30 p.m. with the show starting at 8 p.m. They do note you must be 21 or older to attend, and seating is first come, first served.
Yeah.
And hey, now it's time for a bit of real history with Bushwhacker Bruce.
Right. G'day, Cat. G'day, mates. Bushwhacker Bruce here, and welcome to this week's Bit of Real History for your knowledge pleasure. Did you know that a man survived an iron rod through his head? It's true, and here's the story. In 1848, blasting foreman Phineas Gage was clearing rock in Vermont as part of an advanced team of railway workers prepping the line for the Rutland and Burlington Railroad. Well, after packing a hole with gunpowder, Gage proceeded to tamper it down with sand. To do that, he used a 4-foot-long iron rod shaped like a javelin. Well, unfortunately, the rod caused a spark and ignited the gunpowder, firing said rod through Gage's left cheek and out through the top of his head. Well, although Gage lost a significant amount of blood and brain matter, he not only survived the accident, but went on to live for another 12 years. However, his personality changed from an affable, likable man to an impatient and often violent one. The case of Phineas Gage proved invaluable to the study of neuroscience, as scientists made the connection for the first time between brain injury and personality change. Well, I wonder if he would be considered the first heavy metalhead. Till next week, I hope you enjoyed this week's Bit of Real History with yours truly, Bushwhacker Bruce. Till next time, always keep it real. There we go. Yeah.
That sounds so horrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Jeez. Caught me off guard. I remember seeing that on the Monuments Mysteries Monument or something.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that on Ripley's, believe it or not, like way back when I was a kid and stuff. And it was just like, oh.
Yeah. I would imagine you would have a personality change.
I mean, like.
Didn't, for crying out loud. Yeah.
The trauma alone.
Yeah, geez.
Jeez. All right. Hey, there is an afternoon indie film event coming up. There's going to be a free documentary screening of the film Undivide Us on the 16th of November from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Chetco Library in Brookings. And this is a special screening of the documentary Undivide Us, presented in partnership with the Southwestern Oregon Community College and the Wild Rivers Film Festival. They do note seating for this event is limited, and to help them better plan for the event, they are highly encouraging people to RSVP in advance. You can find that at eventbrite.com. And what are afternoon Afternoon Indie Films. That's a free monthly film screening for the community. And afternoon indie film events frequently feature top film selections from the Wild Rivers Film Festival and will include Q&As or community discussions led by film festival staff and volunteers after the screenings. So November's film selection, again, is Undivide Us. That's a documentary, and the film itself is about as news and social media amplify a narrative of an America on the brink of civil war, politicians in Washington, D.C. stir conflict, red against blue, rich against poor, urban against rural, race against race, and man against woman. They cast us as enemies locked in battle, usurping power and posing as our saviors. And Undivide Us challenges the idea that citizens who disagree are not capable of civil conversation and demonstrates the truth that even in our differences, the American experiment is still alive and well. If you want to know even more about the film, you can go to undivideusfilm.com, and they will be serving light refreshments at the event. And of course, they have a little disclaimer about food allergens. They can't guarantee that food served at the program has not come into contact with tree nuts, soy, or other allergens.
There you go. Yeah, that's a deep one there. That's for sure. Yeah. That's serious subject on that one. Yeah. Hey, the Chetco Community Library at 405 Alder Street has presented Family Float Fest. This is happening on November 23rd, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Floats into the afternoon of parade fun where art, history, and engineering are designed to collide. The Macy's Parade turns 100 years old this year. Learn about the history of the first puppeteer of the Macy's Parade before designing, engineering, and parading your own miniature float. Families are invited to build as a team, and a variety of float materials and decorations will be provided. There's a disclaimer. This program is designed for children and accompanying adults. Please plan to attend and be engaged with your child for this program. Drop-offs will not be permitted for obvious reasons. Yes, indeed. That sounds so cool. That sounds fun. Fun to say, too.
Family Float Fest.
Family Float Fest.
The whole family's invited.
Right.
Hey, the Seroptimists of Crescent City are presenting an annual holiday artisan fair. This is happening at 1001 Front Street in Crescent City on the 24th of November from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And artisans and vendors are going to be offering a variety of merchandise for sale, including cookies, a soup table, See's candy. Admission itself to the event is free.
Yeah, very cool. Well, hey, there we go. We're getting towards the end here and everything, and we got everything covered out there for the next 2 weeks like we like to do, and there's plenty more coming up here. I wonder what we're going to do on a day when, like, a week or two that there's nothing going on.
All right. When's that going to happen?
I can't remember
Can you tell me?
Happening. Let's figure something out. That slows down a little bit, but not that much.
I know.
All right, well, hey, it's time to close out this week's show. Before we go, I'd like to give a shout-out to our fearless producers, Ray and Tom, for all their great work, making us look and sound good on the radio. And I want to thank you all for tuning into this week's Insider Report. And please make sure to tune in on a daily basis to KCIW 100.7 FM and listen to all the fine shows that they have to offer. You can also catch all the Fantastic Show podcasts, including the Insider Report, by going to kciw.org. And while you're there, you can check out the live streaming as well. Hey, until next week, this is Cousin Bruce.
And I'm Kat Liddell.
We are signing off, so please support local businesses, keep it real, and spread the love and the peace every chance you get. And hey,
we'll see you out there.
Bam! That works.
For music credits for the preceding show, go to kciw.org/credits.